Well, now that everybody is individually lethal, battle formations is about making you lethal as a group, as a fighting unit. And I asked Olohi Tommy about small unit tactics and the significance of it in combat, because he had been in combat. He was a sergeant. He was a platoon sergeant in Vietnam, and he had 30 guys, a couple of fire teams that he was in charge of, and yet he told me about a battle that happened on May 16th, 1811 in the Peninsula Wars in, I guess it was in Spain, the Battle of Arbuena, and it's the British against the French, and the French are attacking the British, and on one flank is the British 57th infantry battle, what do they call it? The 57th Regiment of Foot, and they're holding one side of the British line, and they're being attacked by the French, the cavalry, and Polish lancers, and they go into what's called, what you guys will learn as kukulu, and they fight as a unit and don't break ranks. Okay, so now you're an infantry guy with a rifle that can shoot one shot, and then you got a long bayonet, okay, and you're facing a line of horsemen with big long pololu, basically, and you can't break ranks and run, which is what happens, if you're facing a bunch of horsemen with pololu. But they didn't. They stayed in their unit. They got slaughtered by rank, but they held the line, and that way the British won the overall battle by this one unit on the end of the line. There were other units in that battle where they formed a square, and they have all of their long bayonets poking outwards, so they look like this big square porcupine, yeah? And those units that could form those squares survived, but the ones that couldn't quickly, they didn't have the discipline to form those formations, they got slaughtered. And so Tommy said, that 57th Regiment of Foot, their commander, Colonel Inglis, he gets shot in the throat, and so he's laying down there with the colors, and he says, 57th Regiment, die hard. Die if you must, but die hard. And so that regiment is still known today in the British military as the diehards. Do you have anything to add? Okay. And they are also known as the West Middlesex Regiment, which I thought I'd have you pronounce with the accent correct and everything. But although Tommy was pointing out the significance of being able to fight as a unit, to hold the discipline to fight as a unit. And what you guys are going to do next weekend, and then doing the Hoike, is you're going to fight as a unit against all those guys in the back there, okay? And it's whoever can hold the most discipline is going to win, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if you guys get your asses kicked. Anyway, in your syllabus, there's a whole bunch of formations, and we're going to teach you 4 in this 48 hours. The first one you already know, Papakawa. The second one, Kukulu, is ranks. The third is Pu'ulukawa, a wedge. Then the fourth is Kahului. Oh, one more, Makavalu, which is breaking up into smaller units. So the first one, Papakawa, you already know where the Pukawa goes in front with the Ali'ikawa. They call Papakawa Homaka, right? You guys know that, you've done it, right? Form columns. The Pololu are behind the leaders, and then the Ihe behind them, and it's used for troop movement. You've already done this. Go ahead. So that's the Pukawa, the Ali'ikawa, the Pololu, and the Ihe, and then you guys, Imua. Oh, it didn't do it. No, oh well. Okay, questions? You guys have done that, yeah? So you have it crystal clear, great. Kukulu, the next one. This is used for wars of courtesy is how it was taught to me. This is like the Minutemen, right? Everybody lines up and in, I guess, in the days when they finally had rifles, they shot at each other, and it just sounds crazy to me. But in the days of our ancestors with the Ihe and the Pololu, this was an effective formation. The leaders are in the front. The Pukawa, when he calls it, okay, Kukulu, right? Then the Ali'ikawa come, they echo him. Then the Pololu are in the back, and the Ihe are in front. Notice they're staggered, yeah? And they will advance that way. The leaders will actually move behind before you move. I think it's going to animate. Yeah, there. So the leaders go, oh, yeah, the Ali'ikawa go on each side, notice, okay? And then you move forward when the Imua is, it doesn't move.
This is a PowerPoint, but it's running a slide, so it's not.
Okay. Any questions about that? Okay.
Where's the middle or the first row?
I'm sorry,
The green have Pololu.
Pololu, yeah. The blue is Ihe. Yeah. Okay. So Kahului, like Kahului Bay, right, is a half moon. I think they've had you do this too a little bit. But the Pukawa calls Kahului, and he's going to be the center of this half moon, okay? So the Pukawa goes, is he there? And he says, Kahului Homaka, the Ali'ikawa go on where the edges of the semicircle are going to go. The Pololu form the front row, and the Ihe the back row. Wait, that's backwards, isn't it? So this is used for envelopment of the enemy. These formations are made for bigger groups than what we have here. And so envelopment will involve a bigger area than what we'll do, but you'll get the idea when we go there. Man, that was backwards. The Ihe are supposed to be in the back in that one. Got to fix that. Pu'ulukawa is a phalanx. It's a wedge. The Pukawa in the center calls it at first. Go. And the Ali'ikawa go out where the edges, and you'll see the Pololu form the front row, and the Ihe form the back row. And in this, when the Pukawa calls the formation, the Ali'ikawa help to organize it. And they're moving guys around. They'll move you guys around a lot. Notice the stagger in the formation still, and that's something that the Ali'ikawa are going to be moving you guys as you go. And the whole idea is that you got to have space between the Pololu so the Ihe guys can throw. Okay? And then this is used to break through the enemy line, and Imua and you guys move forward with the point of the wedge going forward. Pretty evident. Makavalu is used in uneven ground to take advantage of terrain, and where you're going to break up into small groups. Is this going to move? But here you are in Kukulu, and they call Makavalu, and So what the animation does is these two guys, half will go that way, half will go that way, and one elite Ikawa for each unit, and you guys will move 2 units then independently, 2 smaller units independently. The commands given through all of this is, just like Papakawa Homaka, and everybody, and you do whatever formation the Pukawa calls, yeah? Then in the battles, you do your Hopapa, and the Pukawa say Pukololu, and the Pololu guys ku, right? Lift them up and ku, and they'll come down to bring them to bear. And then Kaihe, just like you guys did in the throwing thing, and the Ihe guys will be ready to throw. Okay, and then Imua or Ka or whatever you're gonna do. Like I said, your success in battle, in the sham battles and everything, is going to depend on the discipline you can hold in working as a unit and moving as a small unit in these formations. And you guys will get out in the field next week and they'll say kukulu, and they'll be looking, huh? So kind of look at it and kind of know where you are. Nobody will know what they're having as far as weapons go, Pololu or Ihe, until you get out there, because you'll kind of be assigned that. Yeah, and then it's how well you move. And we'll see. May the best unit win. Any questions?
We're all going to be one unit.
Hopefully, yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, that was the whole thing is, yeah, you guys work as one unit. Unless Makawalu, and then you, yeah. Yeah. Any others? Any other? Crystal clear? We'll see how well you do.